is in this age where she does know social media exists, and she has exploited it to her advantage. And so when you take that into consideration, that means you're mindful of the imagery and the perception that you're assisting in creating about yourself.
StephenASmith recently criticized AngelReese for her latest actions, which have put her reputation and potentially the league at risk. Despite her awareness of social media, Reese once again stirred controversy. This time, she chose to ring in the new year by turning Instagram into a spectacle, demonstrating her willingness to cross any line for attention, likes, and headlines. The backlash has been significant, leaving many questioning her choices and the impact on her career and the sport.
She knows this social media. She is not dumb.
As if that wasn't bad enough, AngelReese followed it up with a complete disaster in her first unrivaled game. Isn't this the same player who boldly claimed people were watching for her? Well, she certainly gave them something to watch, a meltdown of epic proportions. Her team lost, her performance was subpar, and her fans, still reeling from her New Year's stunt, had to endure another disappointment. Angel didn't just lose the game, she was the reason her team fell apart. It was a complete mess that left everyone questioning her choices and future in the sport.
And you're drawing attention to yourself because of that can be problematic for you.
AngelReese kicked off 2025 with one of the most epic New Year's disasters. Instead of entering the year with dignity, she dropped a bomb on Instagram with a Belle dress, provocative poses, and a desperate cry for attention. The stunt backfired in ways she clearly didn't foresee, leaving her facing a massive backlash.
She deleted her Instagram, and that's the most important part about all of this, because clearly she's uncomfortable with some of the backlash that she's getting because she deleted her Instagram.
And forget celebrations, this was a PR nightmare served on a silver platter. Naturally, the internet didn't hesitate to deliver the roast of the century and to StephenASmith, who absolutely annihilated her with a verbal takedown so brutal it might go down in history as the perfect reality check.
But she came under some scrutiny around New Year's Eve because she shared a post on her Instagram. You know, she's had a stellar season. This is the video that is actually still on her TikTok, and she got some pretty serious pushback after sharing this. And
AngelReese, a young, talented athlete with an impressive WNBA brand, thought posting an outfit with more holes than common sense would be a great idea. Bold? Yes. Smart? Absolutely not. The internet exploded, but not in a good way. Critics flooded in, fans were disappointed, and even her most loyal supporters were left asking, "What were you thinking?" It was a public relations disaster, and the fallout seemed like a slow-motion career suicide. What was meant to draw attention only ended up tarnishing her image and leaving many questioning her decision-making.
Backlash. Clearly, it's something that a lot of people can't take. So if it's something that you can't take, maybe you shouldn't expose yourself to the backlash and provoking the backlash.
Then, in a panic, Reese deactivated her Instagram, wiping out her 5 million followers overnight. That's 5 million eyes gone and $1.8 million in endorsement deals with brands like Reebok, Beats by Dre, and Amazon now hanging by a thread. Companies shy away from chaos, and Reese just handed them the perfect blueprint for ruining her financial future. Deleting her Instagram account was like throwing gasoline on an already raging fire, making a bad situation even worse and damaging her career and reputation further.
Especially when the comparison is going to be drawn to Caitlin Clark, who isn't doing such things. That might not be fair. I'm not saying it is. And you certainly have the right to dress how you want and to do what you want and to live your life. But people have a right to have their opinions about what you put on display.
StephenASmith didn't just criticize AngelReese. He called her brilliant but careless, which might be the kindest way to say she completely blew it. How does someone so skilled at leveraging social media mess up this badly? Smith was ruthless, pointing out the hypocrisy of seeking attention with provocative posts, then crying foul when it wasn't the kind she wanted. Reese isn't new to the spotlight. She's faced scrutiny before and talked about the hostility that comes with it. So why walk straight into the lion's den? The criticism was sharp and unforgiving.
My daughters are fully aware. Daddy had better damn well not see an outfit like that on social media. Nah, I ain't judging AngelReese. Live your life. I'm talking about my daughters.
Right.
I promise you. I better not see that. Hey, they could be in college in LA, in Boston, or anywhere in between. Daddy will drop the mic, hop in the car, on the plane, or wherever. That ain't gonna happen. You said, I'm not having it. That's me.
Then there's Caitlin Clark, the name that haunts AngelReese's career. Clark is breaking records, winning awards, and making headlines for her achievements, not her social media stunts. While Reese is busy deleting posts, Clark is rubbing shoulders with legends, giving keynote speeches, and making moves that scream future Hall of Famer. The contrast is undeniable.
I am not trying to say that she should be criticized or she is wrong. What I'm saying is by pulling it down, clearly you felt there was something wrong with it.
Caitlin Clark is out here running a masterclass on how to dominate in sports without diving into drama. This woman doesn't just play basketball. She owns the game like it's her personal playground. Rookie of the Year finalist? Check. MVP contender? Obviously. Athlete of the Year awards? She's racking them up like participation trophies. When she's not breaking records, she's shattering stereotypes, giving empowering speeches at women's forums, or chilling with sports icons like Jason and Travis Kelce on podcasts. She's also grinding in the gym with her new head coach, Stephanie White. Clark's not just making waves in basketball, she's changing the entire narrative.
What's not debatable is the fact that Caitlin Clark has handled her branding extremely well. Whereas with AngelReese, sometimes you find yourself scratching out your head and wondering what the hell she's doing. Like that photo right there.
Let's flip the coin and examine AngelReese. While Caitlin Clark is out there inspiring future generations and setting the gold standard for success, Reese seems to be turning her career into a spectacle. Social media stunts and drama have overshadowed any talent she has on the court. Instead of being known for her rebounding dominance or high basketball IQ, Reese is making headlines for all the wrong reasons. StephenASmith put it best: Reese's name will forever be tied to Clark's, not because she's a rival, but because she's a cautionary tale. While Clark's brand screams professionalism, Reese's is starting to feel like a slow-motion disaster. Let's talk about her first unrivaled game. This was Reese's chance to show the world she's not just about the hype, that she's a leader on the court. But nope, she fumbled harder than a rookie quarterback under pressure. Sure, she grabbed a few rebounds, but her shooting was a complete mess. Her team, Rose Basketball Club, got obliterated by Ryan Howard's Vinyl Basketball Club. Howard dropped an impressive 33 points, while Reese barely scraped together a meager 10. This was her moment to silence her critics, but instead, she handed them a megaphone. Here's the harsh reality: professional sports are brutal, and reputation is everything. Right now, Reese's reputation is taking a nosedive, with no signs of recovery. Public perception can make or break a career, and Reese is making it far too easy for people to question her priorities. With $1.8 million in endorsements hanging by a thread, she's not just being careless, she's being reckless. Brands like Reebok, Beats by Dre, and Amazon don't want to be tied to controversy, and Reese is giving them every reason to rethink their partnerships. She seems to be following in the footsteps of athletes like Kyrie Irving, whose endorsement deals vanished because of reckless behavior. If Reese doesn't pull herself together, those million-dollar deals will disappear just as quickly as her Instagram account did.
It might have been a right or wrong decision depending on what she feels or what other people feel. I'm just saying that what's inescapable is that even though she's not Caitlin Clark, she's going to be reminded she's not Caitlin Clark with every good thing that Caitlin Clark does, because that was her number one nemesis.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to do what she does best, winning both on and off the court. She's not just breaking records, she's setting the standard for what it means to be a professional athlete. While Reese is caught up in losing games and losing social media followers, Clark is rubbing shoulders with legends, building a brand based on equal parts talent and integrity. She's putting in gym sessions with her head coach, attending award shows, and delivering speeches that actually matter. Clark's focus and professionalism only highlight how ridiculous Reese's antics have become. Let's face it, Reese's confidence, which may have been charming in small doses, is now veering dangerously close to delusion. After that disastrous unrivaled game, she should be in the gym re-evaluating everything, not acting like she's untouchable. StephenASmith's critique wasn't just harsh, it was the wake-up call Reese desperately needed. If she doesn't figure out what kind of legacy she wants to leave, the world will remember her as nothing more than a footnote in Caitlin Clark's story.
Especially not right here. We're not going to do that. We want you to be you. We love seeing the great parts of your journey. But we also have to remember she's 22 years old.
The contrast between Caitlin Clark and AngelReese couldn't be more glaring. Clark is the blueprint for handling fame, talent, and responsibility, while Reese is fast becoming a cautionary tale. In professional sports, Actions speak louder than words or Instagram posts. Reese needs to wake up to the reality that every move she makes is being watched, scrutinized, and judged. She's not just competing with Clark on the court, she's competing in the court of public opinion, where reputation can make or break a career.
We understand that everybody's got their own taste, their own flavor, and certainly their own rights. But there are other people that's going to exercise their rights to be ultra critical about it. And then I'm not even talking about the outfit that AngelReese has worn. I'm talking about the overall pressure of having to be compared as a brand to somebody who's conducting their branding with near perfection.
Let's talk about legacy, because AngelReese is teetering on the edge of irrelevance right now. She's in danger of being remembered for all the wrong reasons. The New Year's Eve stunt wasn't just a misstep. It was a full-blown catastrophe that could define her career if she doesn't course-correct immediately. StephenASmith's critique wasn't just harsh. It was necessary. Reese needs to figure out what she wants to be known for: basketball greatness or the girl who nuked her own career for Instagram clout. Right now, the latter is winning, and that's not a good look. If Reese doesn't start making better choices, her career won't just plateau, it'll crash and burn. StephenASmith's words were more than just criticism. They were a reality check. Reese's next move will determine whether she's remembered as a basketball icon or a cautionary tale about the dangers of chasing clout. Right now, the choice is hers, but the clock is ticking. If she doesn't course correct soon, her legacy may be sealed for all the wrong reasons.